Hello! Welcome to another video! Today I'm ranking vending machines in a tier list. So, as you know, Ball Basics has a few vending machines. And mods add a bunch more. And receive entire vending machine packs made with picture guides to custom vending machines mod. Well, we're ranking all 101 or 101 total vending machines in this tier list. Before we start, I want to clarify that the creator of this tier list, Char, suggested for me to only rank by design. Because, as Char stated, there are at least 3 Apple vending machines in this tier list. And of course it would be S tier if they, weren't, yeah, so basically, we're ranking off of purely aesthetics, aka design. We're only ranking tier list, we're only ranking the vending machines off of their design, not what they give, because otherwise this will just become a glorified item tier list. So I want to clarify that this is only on design and nothing else before we get started. But that, let's get started with our first vending machine, B Soda. I mean, it's classic. It looks very good. I mean, it is a vending machine. It looks very good. Looks like a real soda machine. A tier. Zesty Bar. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. I always wondered why it was like orange, because that's not really like Zesty Bar. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, it still looks good though. I still think it's pretty good. Still an A tier. But I always did wonder why orange was the color chosen for it. I'm definitely not the biggest fan of like the fact that the font is like pretty similar color to the background, but it's pretty good. Diet Soda. First I think it has the regular soda, but it's diet, it's not as iconic. Actually, I'll put it down here just because it's not as iconic. Get Crazy Vending Machine. I'm gonna go rate this lower than the Be So Machine, because, and save this one, because while yes, they are still the original machines, but the poster on it, I thought the poster just kind of made it look less like a vending machine. Though, of course, it's supposed to. It's supposed to be like a slapped on poster, but I just personally don't like it as much, but it's good what it's supposed to be, I'm just saying, though. So I had to put these in one B tier, actually. B Soda Cherry. Okay, so I will put this one here. It is a pretty good vending machine. I think we'll put this one here, actually. It might, even though it's not as nostalgic, I do like design quite a bit. I'll put one here. But the only thing that bothers me is that it does say Cherry, so it says B Soda Cherry, which is just completely, like, it's annoying to me. C Soda. While being a simple recolor of the existing one, it's still pretty good. I'll put it here. Because I don't really know actually. Because like sure it's same as this one, but like it's kind of just a V color. I don't know. But I guess that makes sense because I do like the design of it. I mean, of course it's the original one, but V color. So I'll still put it there because I'm ranking on design, not opinions on whether or not it's the V color or not. Baldi Super Energy Drink. It's going to be so. I like it. I also like how the background's pretty unique. And yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's not like a 3D vendor, or at least I don't think it's a 3D vendor like the rest, but it's still pretty cool. I'll put it here. Strawberry Zesty Bar. I actually put this one above the Zesty Bar because I like it more, because it actually has extra text there, and also it the color matches the item better. Diet Zesty Bar. I actually put this one above Zesty Bar because the font looks really good here, very accurate, and also again it matches the color scheme a little better for it. But no Zesty Bar. I'm gonna put this one right here because it's actually I put this one even right here because the font's better and it matches the color scheme very well. Yes, B1 so far. Good stuffs. So 50 cents for one. I'm gonna put this one right here because while it is pretty good, I will say that it's a bit on. I'll put it right here. It's a bit on the simpler side using just the raw iron sprites and not really having like the same kind of like iconic font that other ones have. It does have good gradient though. The AT&T. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, it's a 3D model. It's cool, but it's not really a vending machine. I mean, I get why it's considered one. You put a quarter inside, you get another currency. So you do put something inside, get something out. But I mean, I guess I had to put this one S tier because it does have better design than the rest. Because of course it's a lot more detailed. It's AT&T. That's almost unfair. This one I just want to go lower because it's 2D and it doesn't really like fit the style of the game as well as these other ones do in this. So I had to put this one here. Save Scissors. This one I'll put like high B tier. Like I don't know why the scissors are darkened, but it's no sense compared to other ones. The font's good, I will say. The font's good. Not as cool as fancy other ones, but still cool. WD-40. I do like the font. And it actually doesn't have the item like blurred. I will say that is nice. The text is overlapping for a bit, which is a bit disruptive. It also has a cool slot, but both of these have cool slots, which on version should have anyways. So I put them right here. I still put it much higher since it's not like a custom vendor. Not much you can do with that though, really. But also, the fact that text could be like up here instead. That would be better, so it's not like as overlapping. And plus, I feel like 2D would be better for it because it would better match the actual design, like the actual consistent style that these ones use. Big old boots. I know where he's going this one. He was using like the bigger boots poster as reference, and it had to go bigger boots. But first of all these vending machines only have one of the said product. The font is very hard to read on this one. And the background is just from a poster, so it's not as interesting. I would say put one like right here. Actually, I'll put it right here, 'cause at least it's... Yeah, I'll put it right there, I think. I think it's supposed to be... Yeah, cotton candy. I'm gonna put this one down here. This one is just annoying to look at, I'm sorry. Quarter! I cannot read the text, but it says like buy some price of one, something like that. I prefer the user format, just having the name of the item without having a description of what it is, because we know what it is, and it has a couple. I've commented that for. I have to put this one like right here, I think. Maybe like top C tier, I think. Make sure everything's good. Yeah, I think that's looking like I want it here. Quarter. See, now this is an example of a better one. So same thing, quarter, but I see. Oh, I just realized something. It's a quarter. You put a quarter in, you get. Okay, that's actually a very funny troll. It's a quarter energy. You put a quarter in, you get another quarter out. That's so useless, but also very funny. We're not making off of that though. But see, this one's a better design though. I'm saying as it's a quite little useless vending machine. But see, it has just the item once. It's not really a custom vendor, but it is at least like custom cropped a bit. So that makes it a bit more interesting. The text is very small though. I thought that text was with a different font and bigger, like these ones are, it would be higher up. But until then, I'll give it like high B tier though because of that. Alright, I guess it doesn't have a cool gradient, I will say. It is lacking building gradient size, I put it there. Alarm clock. It's a bit hard to read in the background. Like the background, the text is a bit hard to read on that background, but honestly, not bad though. I will say it's not bad. I'll put it like right here. A door lock a day keeps the evil away. Again, I mentioned about like having more text than necessary because of vending machine. You should just have the name of the item. So because I had drop it down here. If I do like the color on it though, I'll put it like right here. Things like pull poster, but it's like I cannot read it. I'm sorry, but I cannot read that text on that background. And plus, why is the teleporter there? That's not part of this, buddy. So yeah, I put it down there. False advertising. It would be like at least up here if the text was better readable, and if the poster was a bit smaller to have better text and bigger. Hello, I'm faculty. $12. Or 25 cents. I mean, I don't know what's at $20. This one might get slide because the factoring tag says hello, I'm faculty. So it doesn't completely. I mean, I don't know. The font. I mean, the actual like gradient's good. I'm gonna put like right here, I think. But I have a little concept for this one. This one's like a fake factoring tag. Of course, it's supposed to be like a fake vending machine. Basically, it's supposed to give you nothing instead. So per quarter in, it's a scam vending machine. There are a few of those in this tier list of like fake vending machines that are actually scams. So I put this one right here since of course it's lesser than the original, but still though. The whistle, press the whistle vending machine. I just laugh at how useless this is, but I I actually do like the design. I will say it had the same problem state scissors, but I put it like right here. It's still pretty good. The gradient could be a little more noticeable, and again the text could actually be better readable. But otherwise, yeah, it looks good. Apart from like making the whistle visible, and yeah, so something's not ready. There's no text on this one. It's just the tape. I guess I'll put this one like. Okay, I have to like put it down here though. There's no text. I'm sorry, there's no text on this vending machine. It's too basic. I'm sorry, I might have moved this one down here. I feel like putting these ones over here, this one's not really fitting. And also, I'm sorry to LPW for watching this. I'm sorry. It's not like the vending machine's bad design. It's just compared to all the other machines, it doesn't really match the style of the game. Though also, I guess it was a bit unfair to have this put in the same tier list as all these other ones. Of course, this one had to have advanced because it's really a cool looking 3D model, and this one just the drawing doesn't really fit the style of the game. Dangerous teleporter. Okay, I actually quite like this one. This one looks pretty good. It does have a problem with the text, like again being kind of small and hard to read on the background, but actually it does do very good at like fitting the actual like gradient well and stuff like that, and the actual big icon not blacked out. There. Things chalk eraser. I will say I do like the background of the chalk clouds. That is pretty neat detail. It does have the problem the text being hard to read, and also I feel like the item itself is too cut off. It's not too very well seen, but I will put it here. It is cool. Grapple hook has the same problem. I think text is supposed to be there, but it's like impossible to read, or is it even there at all? I have no clue. But like the actual item looks good. But with no text, I can't really give it. Actually, I could put got a cotton candy. That one's just above the false advertising ones. I put them on top of here. Heck, I put these ones up here for consistency reasons. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, an apple for Baldi or something like that. That's good. I like the gradient of that. Again, the text readability though is a big problem. Noticing for live posters here is that the text is not very readable. But not bad though. I will say it's not bad, not bad at all. So I'll put it like here. I have to say. Actually, just probably put a little lower because the text it's not too readable. I'll put these like here. I think, yeah. Okay. This one's going down here too. I don't know what that even supposed to be. What is this for? Nothing vending machine. I have no clue what that's supposed to be. I can't see it. There's nothing there. Staff machine. Okay, so this one gives you staff related items like pencil keys for the whistle and the firing tag. First of all, the whistle is not a staff item. It actually is available in classrooms, but I like the idea of it. The idea of it is certainly interesting. I'll probably put like good stuff a little lower because it's conveniability kind of thing going on. And trying to figure out what I'm gonna put things here. The text is impossible to read, but it's keys and locks. Finishing seems the gradient is actually really cool. We'll say on this one. But again, the items are kind of small on specifically the lock, and the text is practically non-existent. So yeah. I'm gonna put that. Okay, it does have a pretty neat gradient, I will say, but I do really get dropped down by the fact that the items very small there. Yeah, sadly it does. That's fair. Compromise. This is a food machine. I did some text there. Again, it's like not possible to really read, and it has various things, various foods on it, and it does have a cool gradient. I do like that. Some of the items do feel smaller than they really should be, so not feel as equally sized. But let's see what I'll put you. I'll put you right here. The scan pizza machine. I mean, same thing about slide docker. So yeah, same thing for the zesty ball vending machine. Bots seem to love vending machine. It has a very odd design. And also has some text that's hard to read, but at the bottom there, and also at the top too. But not bad though. I will say not like it never has potential. But yeah, I feel the design's a bit too odd. It's in the data it says cheap, so it's probably better, I guess. Or maybe no, actually no down there because that's a text not necessary. So yeah. This had a problem with the text that's not being readable, but I would say I put this below this. No, it doesn't have a gradient either. Let's see. Wait. Something from Antarctica. Ice boots. It has a really weird design here, and it shows multiple item, and text is again hard to kind of read. That's a really common theme throughout this survey, by the way. Let's see what I would put you. Probably put you like here, or not very based on that odd design. Probably put like right here. Invisibility potion, never get caught. It has a like an interesting background because it's not like the usual, and that's not always a good thing, I will say. Not as a bad thing, but I think for vending machines it's to be more consistent. Strange contraptions, just a bunch of strange teleporters. There's not a big grading, it's just a bunch of strange teleporters on a black background, so yeah. I might even put it down there. Let me do some adjustments actually. Maybe. Let's see. I guess so. Windblower. I can't read fast, but the wind effects are kind of simple and there's no real gradient. And also the icon is very small. At least the text is a bit more readable, but still kind of small. So I'll put this one like here. Lockpicks. Don't worry, we won't tell. Not much of a gradient, but that's actually kind of fine for this. It's pretty simple design-wise. It's just gray. The font, if the font was a bit bigger and we had one lockpick on it and the other bottom text moved, it would be better. But for the stuff I mentioned though, I'll put this one like here. Blow dryer, 25 cents. This actually is pretty good, I will say. It looks like the next few are going to actually fit the style, but at the post is better. Like, there's not really other text besides 12 cents. Sizing on it is good. I would say the item should be a bit bigger, but otherwise, move 25 cents, and that's a good poster. I mean, that's a good, like, yeah. So I guess I'm more so going by gradient here. Well, let me at least put it up to here. And I guess the font could be a bit bigger too. Gum. So much flavor. Again, the bottom text isn't really necessary in this case. And the actual like top font is actually like good because it's like readable and such. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty good, I would say. It is a bit smaller than it really needs to be, but let's still put it there. Pencil is gonna be a similar thing, except it's gonna be actually yeah, I'm gonna put it here because it's bigger. Soap. Okay, soap is actually pretty good. Except for the bottom text and the top text is a bit smaller. So I'll put like right. I'll put it in between, I guess. Magic P. That's all I can make out. Cause the rest is like obscured. I know it's supposed to be like not P, but it's supposed to be an off ruby, but that's what it looks like. That item is a good is a good size. It could be a bit bigger. Text could be more readable, but otherwise, yeah, not bad. And it has a unique background too, so that is something. It's easy to get yourself like up here. Calculator. Item size is good. Text could be a bit bigger, and text is not necessary. But yeah, not bad though. Shields. Okay, so I like the background. That shield effects. Shield is a good size. It's a bit bigger than it would be higher, but either way, it's gonna go right here. Okay, I will say it is pretty funny that the gravity device is upside down here, but I think if I take vending machine to be flipped around. But going by just design, if I flip my own head around, it actually has a good size text, and that's why item is a good size. So I'm actually gonna put it like right here. Ice bomb. Actually, you're actually going up here. No, actually, you know what? You go up. You go up here, I think. I like the background. That is unique, I will say. Speed potion. I don't know why the text is off to the side and why the item's not centered, but not bad though. I will say, not bad. Glue. Okay, I think glue is actually the most like a real the most like a real vending machine. That's from mod that is at times I've seen so far. These sodas are going to go up here because I mean it's the soda. I mean, yeah. Let's move this down below all soda vending machines. Let's see. I decided for more, by the way, because it has better text here. More like accurate size. Yeah, pretty cool. And the gradient's more noticeable too, so that's very nice. And then the crazy version will probably like this. Yeah, that's really a crazy version though. Now these next few are supposed to be like gambling machines, from what I've heard, so they're not actually like supposed to be completely like vending machines. So the slot machine, win a crazy item. Okay, this one's actually pretty neat looking. I will say. The drawn text is a bit odd, but the fact that it has like these cool buttons up, that actually kind of makes it really funny. I like it. That's cool. This one is slightly less because it uses like base game assets like this one did, but still pretty cool. Apple, an apple day saves lives. Okay, so this is Apple one, but like significantly improved. It has a custom vendor too, by the way. Custom vendor. You already go up here because of that. And actually, I don't know. I'll put it right there. This one's almost perfect. If this text down here was removed, this would actually be like up here. Like it's that close to being good. And I'd probably adjust these a bit. Yeah. I think that's what I want. Yeah, move this one down a bit. I think that's what I'm going to do for that. Grappling hook, fast travel. Okay, this was an interesting case. The fast travel text is not needed for this ball, but the actual grub hook text is actually pretty good. I like the 3D effect for it. I mean, you know, I noticed some 3D text earlier. Like, I will say it kind of is like custom window type thing. I feel like the grab hook background should be replaced with just one big grab hook, kind of like this. But yeah, that is pretty good though. I will say, all things considered, enough to get at least up to here. Well, actually, I guess you can go for a little higher. Yeah, I think that's good actually. Oh. Bananas, 12 cents. Caution, slippery. Okay, this one's actually almost there. So, remove caution, slippery, remove 12 cents, and make the banana text say banana peel and make it, like, bigger. And then you got it. This one's still pretty good though, so I will put this one, like, here. Also, the gray in the background, so that's pretty neat, I will say. Actually, we'll put it right here because I like the gradient. I'd probably put both these above the one that's hard to read. Probably above gradient device, it's cuts upside down. And probably about shield cut the gradient. Okay. Pole bolster, 12 cents. Ever want to get somewhere free, I think it says. Okay, again, I meant to think, I'm going to just recap quickly. The price and the bomb text could be removed. It's not necessary. Otherwise, it's just about there, actually. Now I think about it, so. Pretty good. Basketball! I'm not going to comment on the fact that it uses outdated sprite, that I will say. I think it should only use one sprite, like one big basketball, and how the text. No, text is good, actually. Just make one basketball, have it be big. And then that one's good. Though, it maybe add a gradient too. I think just because black and gray means I had to bring it a little lower. Just because it's not quite a gradient. Beehive is a similar story, except it's going to go lower since it's actually hard to read. It's right there. Called Large Trumpet is a similar story, except this one's really hard to read, so. Hammer! Don't break windows! This one actually not bad, actually. I will say, if the hammer was bigger, or if the window was taken out and just had a big hammer, then and moved the don't break windows text, I think this would have just one big hammer with no window, and moved the don't break windows text, and this is pretty good. So I'll put it here. Can't read the text on that one, and there's way too many headache pills. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing, guys? I had to probably just way lower, I just realized. Doesn't only have text. What does it? Oh yeah, it does blow dryer. Because it has text, I'm not gonna completely discount it though, but I will rank these lower. The dab potential, but not quite there. I'll put one back up here, actually. It's not bad. Electric gel! The text really cuts off, and, has that text at the bottom, looks like. And I'll say, like, 3 electric gels. You don't need that many. I'll put, like, here, though. The gum is, similar situation. I'll put this more, like, here. Okay, this one's just really bright green. It does like have a slight gradient, which does, I would say, bump it up, but I don't know how much though. I think like right there. Why does one use like undertale sprites? I don't know. Or in a hand, that one's that's slightly odd. So I put one down here. like top up there. This one's not bad, like gradient, but like just too many teleporters and the text is non-existent. So yeah, I think if it's a recurring theme here though with these, by the way. Screwdriver. Okay, I know what I'm trying to go with that, and the gradient's good, but this actually is the best of these, like more random ones I would say. So I put it like right here. This is the soap bar, and the gradient's not bad. But first of all, they don't break windows, so that's just false advertisement. And the name feels very, and like the text is very small, and I'm small. So yeah. I thought I could probably make these higher because all they said are not like bad. Like they definitely need some tests, but like and like some tweaks, but like they're not bad though. They're definitely pretty good. All they said though, and they have cool gradients, so I should reconsider that. Speed Potion again has the weird hand. I don't know why. Put it there though. Hard Hat. I would say the text is good. Just have one big hard hat and move the other stuff. I'm trying to give constructive criticism. That way, if any of these vending machine makers are watching this video, if you are, hello. I know you guys are there. Hopefully, watching. And if you are, these are just criticism. At the end of the day, like. At the end of the day, they work with a function. That's the main thing, but I do suggest like making them more consistent with like the other base game vending machines. Yeah, you mentioned that some Pixar guys vending machines too. So yeah. But let me see. Why don't we put this one? Also, I suppose I've probably put on this since I have names a bit inaccurate. Okay, but dang, the gradient's cool now. This is a good gradient too. Yeah, okay. Anyway, back to this though. I put it. Let me switch these around. Maybe this one severely up, by the way. I think you got at least here because it's not bad actually. An apple, 1.12 cents. Not bad, like I said. It's not actually bad. I'll put it on like right here. Banana, 12 cents. Similar thing though, and had a good gradient that will say to only have one banana peeling. Buzz pass, 12 cents. That's a funny idea, honestly. Just buying a buzz pass. Would buy multiple? I mean, it wouldn't matter, but that's a funny idea. I like that. This one's actually pretty good, I gotta say. Just remove 25 cents, the full 25 cents thing, and just have one big one big bus pass, and that one's pretty good. So, that one goes up here. Hey, wipe the board, 20 cents. Again, it should just, let's say, chalk eraser, and just have a giant chalk eraser. I've always played myself for about this kind of things, but I'll put it like right here, though. Pencil whistle. The pencil will come to you. I'll put this one right here. Keeps everything in the school. I mean, yeah, I will say this one looks pretty funny with bullet hole in it, though. I'll put it right there, though. Well, no, this only had a name of the item. It's right there. The Baldi's favorite tape. Okay, this one's interesting to odd in the background, but it's a bit odd. I will say, all considered. So I put it right there. I'm gonna put it actually lower because this one doesn't even mention. Oh, it does mention it, but it's very small. So man, aim at all. So I'll probably put it like here. Yeah, let me adjust my rankings a bit. Yeah, okay. Genius, right? Yeah, this is kind of like the joke thing. Yeah, this one's going to go kind of down this area, but like, probably like right here. Teleporter, but it's dangerous. Oh, teleport, but it's dangerous. Again, I should say the item name, but the gradient's good, so, that's a note. But don't forget anything. On to our sins. Oh, I'm not going to call people's grammar mistakes, by the way, because that's something that's like, I mean, yeah, it's a grammar mistake, of course, but like, I'm more just going by the design. Grammar mistakes ought to be corrected. The background's cool. Again, the log clock should be like more visible, and it should have like that's text, but not bad though. I will say, I'll put it like right here. Pull poster, 25 cents. The brick wall background is a bit jarring to me, but still. It does have a name at least of the item. Well, like right here. Move quickly with grappling hook. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Let me put this one like, I'd say there. Swing door lock. Lock it. I guess this would be the giant door lock and the text is bigger, and you know, I've always said this many times. Let me see if I want to put this one. Okay. Too late to come up with something new, just buy. Okay, well that's a bit boring, but so I mean of course you gotta expect that your ranking to be a bit lower because of that, but yeah, actually not bad, I will say. Like that's a background gradient. And it's like I'm not completely ranking the text properly because I mean like that obviously the creators gave up and just went to get that back out there, but like gradient's good. Fan tag could be a bit bigger, but otherwise didn't add a text, and that's pretty good. Vanity soda. I like how it's a mixture of the two. I did feel like it should be more like 50-50 between the two sodas, but I will say that is a neat idea. So I'll put it right here. And the actual fonts match better. But so cool. I don't know what's going on here. This one does not look good. I'm sorry. Random items. I feel like the question mark could have been like the actual like game question mark, and otherwise the text could better match, but still pretty cool. I like the idea of just complete random vending machine. That's kind of like these ones, but it's actual dedicated vending machine. Right here. Aha! Because these are pretty good right here. These are the latest ones by the way. Toy capsule machine. So I heard it like gives you like a random toy. I like this. I was doing the background. It's actually a neat detail because yeah, I guess because it gives you like a random lost toy, so it makes sense I would have the student back here. The gradient's very good. The font's actually pretty good too. Like I said, it does have a slight overlapping problem, but because it's made small, that's actually really top tier. That's pretty good. I'm inclined to kind of put this up here. Might have to drop it to here, but let's see. I think the font's a bit more readable than that. I don't know. I'm trying to think. They're pretty similar. I guess this just because it's bigger. That's a little more reasoning. These two are pretty equal, I feel. And I put one slightly lower. Do you know why? I have a reason. It says machine on it. Normally they don't say that. That's small reasoning. And then we get lost time found machines with principal, and these are pretty similar but different colors. I feel neutral towards each and every color. I think all of them are good. I think like different varieties, and the more rare, the different color. But yeah, they feel neutral about all these in the same way. I think I don't know which one I like better for the name. I think I like this one more. It's kind of reminiscent of those like those. You know, like those, did you have those in, like, stores anymore? I don't know. I haven't seen one of those in ages. But, like, there's, like, grocery stores, they have, like, those, I don't know what they're called, but they have, what is it? They have, like, I can't think what they're called. They have, like, not a vending machine type things, but it's, like, you put a quarter into it, and, like, you twist the knob, and, like, you get a random, like, little capsule with, like, a random little toy, gumball machines. They're like gumball machines, but they're like toy machines. So instead of gumballs that you know how you put the quarter in, you turn it, you get a gumball. Well, it's like that, but like it's a capsule instead. That you pop open plastic capsule, and it's like a little toy inside. That's what this reminds me of. That's why I put it higher, because it's reminiscent of that, which I think is actually pretty cool. I think it has a reference to that. Surely that's very cool. So that's what I'm putting there. Also, there's a site text slipping now. You need to put that one lower. Yeah, it's copies of it, which I'm just not even need it. We'll put one low actually. Let me see where I'll put it. It does have like copies of items necessarily, so I'm going to put it like lower actually by a bit. And I think we got more accurate ranking over here. Oh, it's better than that for sure, by the way. This actually go lower. To here. Yeah, and there we go. That is all 101 or 101 vending machines ranked in a tier list. Of course, this is probably one of the most opinionated tier lists, because basically my opinion is the more like a real vending machine it looks like, the better. So basically more accurate with just like big text, big item of probably custom vendor, but that's not really necessary, and good gradient, that's good, and no other like text. It's just like item name of giant version of item, gradient that matches the item's like color scheme. That is a vending machine. And that's why everything up here kind of matches that, with exceptions like these, which are actually going to go. Yeah, I think that. I like the. I mean, they're not gonna put like a vending machine. They're more like like gambling machines. But that I like. I mean, they're a funny idea though. They're a funny twist on it, and even though they're considered vending machines by like code and all that stuff, they kind of feel like more like their own separate structure. So I think that's what I'm gonna do for that. But that's why everything up here is like this, is because that like it fits it. I think this actually the most. Like, if we're not counting Baldi's time, it's probably the most, like, accurate. Like, it has the text up there at top. I'm here. Not because of vendor, but, like, cuts a little background here. That's pretty cool. Thoughtless about this. But otherwise, you can definitely see that Baldi's times and mods that, like, it's affiliated with or, like, recommend it with. Definitely the one that's the most accurate. But otherwise, they are pretty, this is pretty cool. And definitely fun to rank. And I hope this helps people who make vending machines know kind of what makes a vending machine, like, fit well. Preferably custom vendors if you can, but if you can't, just try your best to make a base game item, like, be big, like these are, because see, this is not custom vendor, just have it be, like, big enough where it's, like, a main highlight, give it a cool background gradient, and give some cool text, and make sure the text doesn't really overlap with the actual item, and don't add, like, other little bits of text, or 20% and stuff like that. And also, believe it or not, here's a little controversial thing, I actually, like, even though I said I like this more, the only reason I don't like it as much is because these base game versions don't have it. That's the only reason I don't like the slots as much on these vending machines, is because the base game ones don't have it. But I'm actually pretty neutral with that, like, in my rankings, because it don't really matter to me whether or not it has it. Because it's like, I like it better, it looks better, you know, it's less, it's more consistent with the base game. But honestly, that's because base game should have this, but it doesn't. Anyways, I hope that made sense to you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. If you did, then leave a like. and subscribe, because not just do I post daily content, but also I post tier list content. And if you want to do this for tier list for yourself, I have a link to it in the description of the video, where then you can use this tier list template and make your own version. And from there, you can post the image on your community post and tag me in it, post it in an X post and tag me in it, or post it on a Discord message on a server that I'm in and ping me in it. That'd be pretty cool. Now I can check it out. Or if you don't want to share it publicly, you can also post it in my X or Discord DMs. Up to you. You can also post my YouTube community post if you want to just have it included to my YouTube community. Or for some reason, if you want to, you could just rank them individually in the comment section. Or you just tell me whether or not you disagree or agree with any of my opinions here. But yeah, let me put this one number of villas. I actually want to slightly adjust this. I think this actually does beat quite a few of these. At a certain point. I'll set it right there. And this one's not bad. It actually has readable text of that. A cool little background too. And good text. Oh, I did too because it's style that really, and yeah, I'm still making adjustments to it. Just I don't really know. Yeah, I think that's my updated ranking. Let's put one up. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.